and welcome back to not Alice Mare. Tonight we're having Alice Rabbit, but not Alice Mare. That is a different game entirely. Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. That is the game we are playing. And this time, it's actually the 17th, and we're actually going to Ballard of the Geckos. I love this stupid random shit. But we're actually going to do the day where lots of bad things are supposed to happen, I think. Yay. I bought a fan. Yes, I did. Okay, so... yeah, I'm not gonna bother wasting money on the nano camo, blah 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 thing. I'm just gonna get right into it. First, double check to make sure there's no new things. Alarm rise as Apollo Trust Bank suffers terrorist attack. Updating. Kimberly Lavaletta. The person we got drunk and fucked up the first time. That was our first fuck up. The next fuck up was when we got our hacker boob friend drunk. And then the next time was we made a drink wrong for Cat Lady. Yes, I have made those 3 errors in judgment. Other than that, I have a flawless record of preparing easily made drinks. Hijacked screens at downtown Casanova announced that there seemed to be a terrorist threat aimed at Apollo Trust Bank. The information suggests that a currently unidentified bomber is already inside the building. The White Knights counterterrorism unit responded to the threat immediately, however the bank was locked down by an external network attack. We might be dealing with a dual threat here, CTU's Chloe Bauer told AE. The bank has been sealed shut using its own disaster prevention system. However, none of the terminals at the bank were working at the time. The building is basically sealed at this point, but hostages are trapped. Oh no, my friend! The Augmented Eye is being attacked by AE staff. Hi everyone, 8-Ball will Alice Rabbit attack today. Maybe. Who knows? Viv is dead though. Viv is always dead. Goodbye, VivBot. You will be missed for the next 10 minutes until you get yourself back running again. We take your Earth security seriously here at the Augmented Eye and have the obligation to disclose that recent articles on Alice Rabbit were vandalized by who we think is Alice Rabbit themselves or a very good impersonator. We want to extend our apologies and inform that we'll be limiting our coverage of Alice Rabbit just to the factual news, not for entertainment pieces. Sincerely, AE staff. Sounds like they got burned because they, talked shit. Pollution to reach historic levels next year. By Kimberly Lavaletta. Even though most countries in the world have adapted their economies to solve the ongoing problem of climate change, Glitz City still relies on ancient technologies in order to keep costs low with profits high. Hey Orm! I did hit record! Thank you for letting me know. Have a great time at work if you can. As a result of this backwards policy, it seems as though we'll be experiencing a huge increase in air pollution next year. Our contamination levels will force the whole population to move away from a lot of areas within the city. The soil is dying at an alarming pace, said experts in the report. Having to buy special raincoats and umbrellas does suck, but experts say you'd better get used to it. Alright. So... nothing new on this. Oh, cool. I can do all of that stuff. That's neat. And... it didn't say new, but these are new. Ooh, now I'm worried I've been missing stuff. I'm fucking crying right now. Let me tell you a story. Waiting for OP to deliver. I'm here. Anyway, here it goes. I was going home after buying groceries from the store and I was very tired because I had to line up for hours just to buy milk. When I'm finally out of there, a group of 3 white knights stopped me and started asking for my ID and also wanted to see my bag to check if I wasn't a scalper. And once they saw everything was in order, they asked me for a military service ID and just, what the fuck? Why would I have that on me? And there's no enforcement conscription anymore. It doesn't make sense. And because I didn't have it on me, they asked for money or else they'd plant drugs on me. I, of course, refused, but they'd lose their patience. And one of them hit me right in my temple with a gun. I was bleeding like crazy on the floor, so they just took my groceries and left. Holy shit, man, I fucking hate this place. I hate it so much. I want to leave this fucking hellhole. I'm so tired of this shit every fucking day. It is a fucked up story. I'll do streaming Chan last. Apollo Bank is being attacked, and no one is reporting on it. Are you actually surprised? Considering the nature of their threats, it's clear that Quincy doesn't want to take the blame. What a fucking coward. Do we have any sources there? I'm posting from the site. It looks like someone's inside the bank with a huge bomb threatening to blow up the building. Any demands? They want Quincy to quit and the White Knights disbanded. Wow. So they're actually helping the protesters? That's not the way to help the people. What if this is just a huge false flag to blame the opposition? Hi, Lacey! I wouldn't be surprised. This fucking place, lol. Let's wait for more info. Alright, did anyone see last night's escapade? She was at the Valhalla bar. It was alright. Bartender was a cutie. Ah! But man, is she full of herself. Hey, fuck you! Don't care, I'm going next week to ask her for a date. We all know you won't. Pretty sure nobody here has the guts to ask someone out. Is she still sleeping? Yeah, the bartender has been telling everyone they need to be careful with their words. Lol. I'm good, Lacey. How are you? I wonder if there's illegal activities going on there. Like, why would you need to be careful with what you say? Maybe they're avoiding casual racism? True. Still, it wouldn't be rare for them to do some shady stuff. This fucking city. Haha. At least she's sleeping now. Last time I saw her taking some rest was about a week ago. Crash is one hell of a drug. Holy shit. Alright, it is the 17th, and according to the previous things in the danger thing, that means today is the day. So let's go ahead and get to work. I'm much more relaxed now that I'm at home. I had to put fires out all day. Not literally, but... Yeah, it's been pretty crazy all up and down the East Coast with this huge-ass storm. Like, the wind has been intense. I was not sure if I could stream because the power has been out in a lot of places. Luckily, we got our power back very, very early. Like, in the afternoon, I was on my phone reading Chinese web novels like a douchebag nerd. And I heard beeping, and I was like, oh, we must have lost power. And now it's back. And that was the extent of my everything. On the 42nd floor? Oh my god, that has to be horrifying with this windstorm. Good evening. Huh. I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. It was cool. You could see the building move. Oh god. I've been in that situation only once, and that was awful, and I do not envy you. That sounds interestingly terrifying. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. Ah. No, so it only moved like a little bit and you had to really look for it? Okay. Still, really cool. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford not to come with the bar closing down. I wonder if any bar has been using their impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention, I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope. I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. If you say so. That girl's still here? Yep. She was sleeping so peacefully, I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, Sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. It was fun having to watch the rain turn to snow, but everyone else was freaked out. That's really cool. Where am I? Oh, right! The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see. All my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt nor bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best night or day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye! Oh, she didn't stick around. Hello, guys and gals. Streaming Chan's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah! The moon! It burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible into the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said without label, there's not much value to it. It's still a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. Are you gonna serve it today? It looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customer asks for it. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it? Change the ad? Okay. $60 cup ramen. That must be the cup ramen they make in Final Fantasy with the behemoth meat. Yeah, if you can't tell, I've still been thinking about Final Fantasy 15 and how shitty it looks on my graphics card. I almost had cup ramen for dinner. Well, I'll pass. Absinthe's not my kind of thing. Well then, I'll be in my office. Careful with that thing. Alright. Okay then. Every day is night. Troubling news. Where do I go from here? Nighttime maneuvers. A star pierces in the dark. The answer lies within. Metropolis. Carmine Dream. City that never sleeps. Underground Club. Glitch City. Welcome to Valhalla. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. There should be a comma in there. Because otherwise you're literally serving mix. What is that, like Chex Mix? Mix, trail mix? Wait, that's not how it goes. Oh. There should be 2 commas in there. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. The second one's sort of optional though. Oh hey XT Vengeance, welcome! Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you, floating brain jar? As professional editor, no, it is not optional. Let's see. I'll have a green berry. Green fairy?
Blue fairy. Sorry, the absinthe bottle distracted me.
And yes, I'm going with this fucking voice. Blue fairy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I mean, he's just a floating brain in a jar. His alcohol ability has to be shit. He doesn't even have a liver. One of these. Really worried about giving this brain alcohol. But I mean, he came to order a drink, so get him trashed. No, it'll kill him. Here you go.
Nice. Yeah, this is the thing.
So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? Get him alcohol poisoning and then steal his wallet?
And eat. I have the same system Lilum knew.
Can I ask you something, Miss... I'm not changing the voice!
Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything.
Okay, Taylor.
You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor.
Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right?
I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar.
So, how? Why?
What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless?
No, it does not. You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts.
Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations.
A speech.
You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottle brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer.
I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh?
Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me.
Wow, you are very prepared.
You want one?
Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though?
Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time.
Have you come here before?
Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name?
Lot of lesbians in this game, and I am not opposed. It's Jill.
Jill. That's a really cute name.
Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today with the commotion around and all?
It didn't stop you from coming either, did it?
Yeah, you're right.
It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me.
You're awfully energetic. Did you know that?
Sorry, does that bother you?
No, not at all. Just figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. Kitties are scared by the big windstorm. I'm surprised Yona hasn't broken into the cosplay room to come and sit on my lap.
While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy?
I wonder.
Do you want to make me happy, Jill?
Depends on what it takes.
Don't worry, just give me a beer.
Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. I think it's like 4 of these. Let's see if I was right. 2! Shit! 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. It was 4 of these! I was worried the braid would proposition you. Yeah, I was a little concerned too about that. Here, a beer. A fee. I'm gonna stop that. I don't know how to make that parody work.
Ah, yes. No matter what happens, beer is always good.
It's interesting though. Just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads.
You were?
Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here.
I've thought about that too.
Do you think the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred?
Like, would she remember everything, like waking up someplace else, and so on? Would it be the plot of Soma?
That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilim.
One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They make a functional Lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything.
They aren't transferring his identity or anything, though? Just wiring him to a body?
Oh.
You'd think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I think I got mixed up on who was talking who. How do I fucking... I did the thing at one point where I made the chat log appear. Fuck! Nope, that's not the button. That continues.
I have to admit, the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking.
You hear that, Canny? Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time?
It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, but I never was too attached to my body.
Too long, though. It looks nothing like me, apparently. Alright, we just have to keep an eye out for a robot that looks nothing like Canny. Got it. That should be very easy to narrow it down.
Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk.
If you want to call that a downside.
If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives.
Because normally everyone looks like me. Yep, very true.
Drunkenness is a part of the whole experience.
Why, though? Lilim can get drunk with no problem.
Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck.
I don't know what voice
Hey, Jill!
Oh, Alma. Oh, it's the friend I got drunk, whose voice I really don't remember, so we're just gonna go with...
Oh, Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from a plebeian bar staff?
This is so wrong. I have so many regrets. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy?
Not when you put it that way.
So many regrets!
Why, hello there, beautiful.
Whoa!
You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilla maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it.
These voices are too similar! Why did I go with gruff, raspy voices today?
Don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor.
Yeah, I'm giving her a different voice just because I feel too guilty and they're too similar and I'm gonna get everything mixed up and I hate myself forever.
Fuck.
I don't want to give her a super high voice because I have too many people I've given kind of high voices. Ooh, I know.
Nice to meet you, Taylor.
I'll give her a super soft, wispy voice and I'll lean into the camera for every line.
Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink?
Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic. And have at least one face. I'm also a vegan.
I know just what to strive for, then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you?
I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that.
Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink, then.
What will you have?
I'll have a cobalt velvet.
What? Accidentally clicked out of the game. And you, Taylor?
I'm fine, actually.
You're gonna have me drink alone?
I don't want to drink that much.
Okay, then. Cobalt velvet. We are getting that girl drunk again. Box next. That's actually kind of cool. Your drink?
Hope you enjoy it.
You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year.
Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now?
Only about half a year or so, if memory serves right.
Really? One would think it's been longer.
It feels like it's been longer.
Shut up. You love me and you know it.
So you've just started coming here and that was it?
Well, the first time I came here, the other guy... Speaking of which, where's Pablo?
Gillian.
Archimedes.
Dunno. Adventuring or something.
Anyway, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know. I just feel like she gets me. I said that sentence all kinds of wrong. Like right, but completely wrong. There's this chemistry. We click.
We click, she says.
The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kind of sad, though.
Hey, Wergula! Yeah, be sure to, like, go to sleep at a reasonable time and have a good night's rest. Thank you for stopping and saying hi, though. That's really sweet of you.
It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've gotta go. I'll be leaving you two lovely ladies alone. See ya.
Bye.
Please come again.
That tailor sure was nice.
A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of the 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one.
Hey Alma, is your family really strict or something?
Not particularly, no. Why?
The other day you started mumbling something about numbers, not caring about what you do. About 27 not caring if you had a Catholic wedding or not.
Oh god, it's not the numbers thing. Yeah, my family isn't strict per se, but my mom can be really abrasive. To her, the fact that I'm this old and not married or pregnant is a sign that I'm never gonna have kids. Never mind the fact that she already has 3 grandkids. I love her, but she can be, well,
Yeah, I kinda get it. You also said the words, I was a blossoming woman and I wasn't gonna stand for it. After talking about some 8th grade teacher.
Yeah, that. You see, back when my body started developing, I got really shy.
Watching out from bed, much better. More like listening, but okay. Yeah, enjoy. I'm glad you can watch from bed and just relax and have a good evening.
But at some point, something snapped within me. I wasn't feeling shy anymore. I felt powerful. My body felt like a new toy to me, one I was gonna make sure to use. Of course, there were 2 problems with that idea. I was a teen, a horny teen, and I was surrounded by horny teens. I'm not even ashamed. I still stand by the core moral I held back then. But it's one of those memories that you look back to and become terrified of how reckless you were. I mean, I could have gotten pregnant, or worse.
At that age, I was always dressed in black and obsessed with occultism. The worst I remember was being the butt of the other kids' jokes.
Well, you know how the old adage goes. Don't compare your life to others. You don't want to know what they've been through.
Nah, I wasn't comparing. Just wondering if some of that self-esteem thing would have helped me back then.
Speaking of family, today I came because I need a break from everything that's been going on with them.
Do you live with them?
No, but Evita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Danyana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact they need to go to school and all that.
Damn.
Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying the guy she'd only known for like 3 months.
You should take your own advice.
Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when I almost happened, but I blamed the dance stadium kiss cam.
Kiss cam?
I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced me to. Seems he was her first friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us, and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted.
Huh. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam.
We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to get in my pants with that old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea.
That sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex?
Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years.
I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else?
What's that bottle?
Some bottle of absinthe I found at home. It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable.
Do you know how to serve it?
I'd usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar, but the station does all that for me. Do you want some absinthe? Then?
Sure, let's try it.
Go to the bottled drinks. Puke Green Fairy. Lovely. Mix. Okay. Careful, it's a strong drink.
I'll tell you if it's strong or not. And indeed it is. Holy shit.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. I've had worse in college.
What did you do in college, by the way?
Jaeger bombs, giant taco pizzas, a cute student teacher.
We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman. I did not!
I know. I'm a computer engineering dropout.
Dropout?
I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing.
I see. If you notice a weird gap in between me saying an Alma line and saying a Jill line, that is when I literally back my face away from the camera, because when I do Alma's lines, I am about 2 inches from my microphone, and when I do Jill lines, I'm more like a foot.
Alright, now it's my turn to ask questions.
About what?
What kind of family is your family?
Well, I'm an only child. My mom and dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful.
Huh. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something?
I played the violin until I was around 16, I think.
What made you stop?
I don't know. I just kind of said, that's it, one day and stopped.
What about cousins or the rest of your family?
I see very little of them, actually. JoJo, the VA, stream VAing. Yeah, well, I mean, technically, not very good or well or professionally, but technically, at the very loosest sense of voice acting, I kind of maybe do that in a really trashy, awful sense. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot.
So, your mom's French?
Yep.
Can you speak French? Omelette du fromage.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist it. That was my childhood. That was my first meme. The fucking omelette du fromage joke from Dexter's Lab. At least I think it's the first meme I can think of off the top of my head. That just became the joke everyone was saying in school. You Overwatch trash, that too. Mon aeroglissure est plein d'anglaise. And now, we are gonna all be very grateful that Orm is not able to watch because he's at work, because he would have just been like, oh god, why would you do that? That was so terrible.
Oh? What does that mean?
Rubbish? I don't know, I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. Oh, excuse me, yawning. Do the thing. Do it again and warn me before you do. No. But you'll be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd.
You're kind of lucky, you know. All of my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high.
But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. I can't do that because I don't know how to go to the archives and thus read out the past things.
Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting?
I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker.
Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist.
Please don't. Ever. Sounds like something someone would say to make bartenders sound sophisticated. And by sophisticated, we mean pretentious.
See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security. I'm their woman.
You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though.
That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job.
Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone?
A mostly honest job. Sheesh.
What made you become a hacker, by the way?
I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I've always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So, when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is strength and security.
Yeah, I'm yawning again. I don't know if it's this voice or just that I've been really tired today.
Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that.
Huh. I didn't think about it that way.
It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling.
Friday equals tire day? It does. And it's also because usually I take a nap in the afternoons, and I did not do that today, so I am sleepy. Will you have anything else?
Give me something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe with the whole absinthe thing.
Alright. I know she likes classy drinks, so let's look for a classy with optional. Thank you, Fear, for the cheer of press tab. And I'm not doing that because it's been forever and I don't want to torture Orm. And no one told me that earlier when I was desperately trying to figure out how I fucked up the lines, so you don't get it now. Just so you can torture other people with it. I miss naps. Naps are good. Naps are good. Alright, that is not what we want. That is definitely not what we want. Nope. That's got one, so it still has some, and definitely not. Okay, so none of the classy drinks are alcohol-free, so we might as well just get a girly drink. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Aged, mixed, done.